During Golden September, Southeast China's garden city of Xiamen is ablaze with flamboyant flame trees and the fragrant bougainvillea that blanket the beautiful island. With its beautiful beaches and lush green mountains, it is no wonder that in spring 2011, Xiamen was ranked mainland China's top tourist attraction. But the Garden Island is at its most festive each year from September 8th to 11th, when global leaders, academics, and investors gather for the world's largest international investment event, Xiamen's annual China International Fair for Investment and Trade. And it was during this event, hosted by China's Ministry of Commerce, that the UNCTAD World Investment Forum 2010 was held from September 6th to 9th. The biennial UNCTAD World Investment Forum is a global forum on investment and development issues organized by United Nations Conference on Trade and Development with the purpose of strengthening international cooperation and promoting global investment, economic growth, and development. The 2010 WIF was organized by UNCTAD in partnership with China's Ministry of Commerce, Fujian Provincial Government, and Xiamen Municipal Government, and provided an unprecedented interactive platform for business, government, academics, and agencies the world over. WIF 2010, with its theme of investing in sustainable development, was strategically convened just as the global economy began picking up steam again, and offered a comprehensive evaluation of both the challenges and opportunities of the climatic change issues facing all nations in the post-crisis era. The forum brought together over 1,800 elites in all fields from over 120 countries and regions, and 16 international regions, including the Vice President of the People's Republic of China, Mr. Xi Jinping, and 8 other state leaders, including President Olafur Grimsson of Iceland and Prime Minister Aris Ali of Mozambique, as well as 79 ministerial officials and 116 business leaders from such renowned multinationals as Walmart and Deloitte from the USA, Aviva from the UK, Syngenta from Switzerland, and Tata from India, and over 250 executives from investment promotion agencies and other related institutions. The 8 high-level sessions included the WIF opening ceremony, World Leaders Investment Summit, Investment Advisory Committee 8th Conference, Ministerial Roundtable, High-Level Tripartite Conference, International Investment Agreements Conference 2010, Sustainable Stock Exchange Conference 2010, and Special Conference on Promoting Responsible Sovereign Lending and Borrowing. Other events included the UNCTAD Investment Promotion Awards 2010 and the launching of G15 Law School Projects and Investment Showcase. Over 250 Chinese and foreign reporters covered the event, which began with CCTV's live coverage of the WIF opening ceremony and World Leaders Investment Summit. Online broadcasts were provided for the Ministerial Roundtable, High-Level Tripartite Conference, and International Investment Agreements Conference 2010. And global media relayed real-time updates to audiences around the world of the forum's achievements. At 9 a.m. on September 7th, Secretary General of UNCTAD Dr. Supachai Panachpakdi and the 9 state leaders walked onto the rostrum to a standing ovation. Secretary General Dr. Supachai offered brief opening remarks and declared the forum open. This was followed by a video message by UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and addresses by President of Iceland, Mr. Olafur Grimsson, Prime Minister of Mozambique, Mr. Aris Ali, and Vice President of the PRC, Mr. Xi Jinping.
The biennial UNCTAD World Investment Forum is the most important event for the international investment community and its stakeholders. It provides a distinctive platform for interaction among global leaders, senior policymakers, corporate executives, investors, investment promotion agencies, investment experts and practitioners from many countries around the world. The presence of more than 400 investment leaders from 116 countries from all parts of the investment community demonstrates the importance that the international investment has gained as an engine of growth and development. Over the next 3 days, we will examine the challenges and opportunities for global investment in a post-crisis economy, which will be addressed by the following events.
In his video message, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon noted international investment's pivotal role in global decision-making and tackling climate change and sustainable development of the global economy. President Olafur Grimsson of Iceland noted that a focus on alternative clean energies would not only fuel the 21st century's economic growth, but also provide a win-win situation for developing countries if the entire world unites in undertaking a fundamental revolution in energy and allowing the South to assume a greater role in the clean energy sector. Prime Minister Aris Ali briefly shared Mozambique's foreign investment experiences and noted the role of emerging nations, in particular China, India, and Brazil, in investing into the development of Africa's infrastructure, mining sectors, and other strategic fields. China's Vice President Xi Jinping, in his address at the opening ceremony, lauded the role of the biennial WIF over the last 3 years in improving the global investment climate and promoting investment cooperation. And he emphasized the importance of the forum's theme, investing in sustainable development to all nations, in particular the developing countries, and its strategic role in realizing the UN Millennium Development Goals. Vice President Xi stressed that China's over 30 years of steady and rapid development owed much to the nation's unwavering pursuit of a long-term win-win opening up strategy, as well as its strategic introduction of FDI and foreign expertise and its growth in outbound investment. These measures have helped China, on the one hand, in its domestic development, and on the other hand, enabled it to promote peaceful and harmonious international development and cooperation.
中国过去、现在、将来都将把利用好国际国内两个市场、两种资源，把引进外资和对外投资作为对内促进科学发展、和谐发展，对外坚持和平发展、合作发展的长期战略方针。随着中国开放型经济不断发展，外商在华投资必将获得更加广阔的空间和更加丰厚的回报。
The World Leaders Investment Summit, themed on How Can Investment Foster Sustainable Development, opened at 10 a.m. UNCTAD Secretary General Dr. Supachai Panajpakdi, Vice President Angel Marin of Bulgaria, Vice President John Mahama of Ghana, Vice President Luis Gampietri Rojas of Peru, Speaker of the Jamaican House of Representatives Delroy Chuck, Deputy Prime Minister Miigombo Inkbod of Mongolia, Deputy Prime Minister Arthur Mutambara of Zimbabwe, the CEO of Aviva, Mr. Paul Pele, the Chairman of Syngenta, Mr. Martin Taylor, Vice President of Walmart Global, Mr. Ed Chan, the CEO of Deloitte, Tushe Tomatsu, Mr. Jim Quigley, President Muthuraman of the Tata International Group and other guests gave lively, interactive exchanges with the audiences. They covered such topics as how can global FDI, economic growth, and development be brought back on track? How are companies revising strategies to adapt to the changing competitive landscape in globalized industries? How do governments adjust their investment policies to strengthen regulatory oversight while promoting and facilitating FDI? How can countries and corporations work together to win the green race? Former U.S. President Bill Clinton sent a written message, and the summit was chaired by the well-known BBC anchorperson Jonathan Charles. The Ministerial Roundtable on the afternoon of September 7th was a highlight of the WIF 2010. Participants included ministers or deputy ministers from some 40 developed and developing nations, including the Speaker of the Jamaican House of Representatives, Delroy Chuck, U.S. Undersecretary of State, Robert Hormats, and Chinese Prime Minister of Commerce, Chen Deming, together with the Secretary General of UNCTAD, Dr. Supachai, and the Director General of the WTO, Mr. Pascal Lamy. The spirited debate centered on today's challenges in national and international investment policy making. Participants also shared visions, strategies, and practical experiences in countering investment protectionism and maximizing FDI-induced development through a coherent balance of investment liberalization and regulation. The high-level Tripartite Conference, involving senior government officials, heads of investment promotion agencies, and corporate executives, was held on September 8th. Inaugural addresses were given by Secretary General of UNCTAD, Dr. Supachai, and Chinese Vice Minister of Commerce, Mr. Jiang Zhengwei. Participants discussed prominent trends and prospects in international investment promotion, as well as the emerging strategies of transnational corporations. The summit's 3 sub-conferences included World Investment Prospects, Re-strategizing Investment Promotion, and Entering the Green Race. Each of the 27 VIP guest speakers interacted with the audience and media representatives as they urged greater green investment and cooperation in development. The International Investment Agreements Conference 2010 discussed the key development challenges facing the current international investment regimes, including over 5,980 international investment agreements at all levels in generating tangible development benefits in the post-crisis investment landscape. Guest speakers from governments, international organizations, and financial and legal circles discussed such topics as the establishment of IIA in the new era, the interaction of the IIA regime with other key and emerging global policies such as financial regulation, climate change, and other public policies, systemic evolution of IIAs and the investor-state dispute settlement system, and new dimensions of future cooperation in the international investment regime. This seminal confluence of ideas called for the establishment of a new international investment mechanism and concluded with the launching of the G15 of Law Schools project, introduced by Dr. Supachai, Secretary General of UNCTAD, and Chairman of the American Society of International Law, Professor David Karen. Sustainable Stock Exchange Conference 2010 was jointly organized by UNCTAD, UN Global Compact Office, and the principles for responsible investment in response to the lingering economic crisis triggered by the global financial tsunami following the U.S. subprime crisis. CEOs from the world's major stock exchanges and large institutional investors and issuers, and senior security regulators examined how stock exchanges could promote sustainable business practices and responsible capital markets. Keynote speakers included UNCTAD Secretary General Dr. Supachai Panijpakdi and Chairman of China Securities Regulatory Commission Mr. Zhang Fulin. Addresses were also given by 17 authoritative financial experts, including Ms. Jane Diplock, Chairwoman of International Organization of Securities Commissions, Mr. Paul Aberle, CEO of Aviva, and Mr. Mervyn King, Chairman of the Board, Global Reporting Initiative. The session examined in-depth problems in capital markets, reviewed current best practices, and highlighted challenges and opportunities for the future, as well as forwarded constructive opinions on formulating and improving international regulatory policies and the need for establishing self-regulating mechanisms for securities firms. The Special Conference on Promoting Responsible Sovereign Borrowing and Lending was a major conference organized by UNCTAD as a starting point to build consensus in formulating internationally agreed guidelines for sovereign borrowing and lending and preventing future sovereign debt problems. The conference was opened by Dr. Supachai, UNCTAD Secretary General, Mr. Olafur Grimsson, President of Iceland, Professor Arthur Mutambera, Deputy Prime Minister of Zimbabwe, and Ms. Ingrid Fiske, State Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Norway. Financial ministers, bank governors, and representatives of NGOs from Argentina, Iran, Malta, Pakistan, Niger, and Zimbabwe also addressed the conference and reiterated a commitment to promote its principles. In addition to the high-level conferences promoting sustainable development, a number of other key events included UNCTAD Investment Promotion Awards 2010, investment showcases for developing countries, as well as networking lunches and dinners. The conjunction of WIF 2010 with the 14th CIFIT furnished participants with unprecedented networking opportunities with elites of all circles, making WIF 2010 not only a high-level venue to promote international investment and sustainable development, but also an effective platform for promoting international investment cooperation and boosting green investment. Elites from all circles brainstormed and shared creative and beneficial experiences to promote global sustainable development, which shall in turn pay off by bringing about global economic recovery and the establishment of a sustainable development mechanism. WIF 2010 kicked off with an impressive opening banquet on September 6. The networking lunch on September 7th allowed unprecedented opportunities for interactive exchanges among the various investment stakeholders, which was a mix of investors, policymakers, negotiators, practitioners, lawyers, academia, and civil society. Each table's Thoughts for Food menu had a complimentary Food for Thought menu, which posed questions to stimulate discussion during the lunch.
Many people come from around the world, and they don't know each other, and they have something in common that drives them here. And then they find different ways of connecting with each other, because it's very much important to network and to connect and to interchange opinion and interchange experiences. So I think it's a very good idea.
So we have the opportunity to have a sort of personal contact with the speaker, with all the participants, and we can share and meet other people. For instance, during my lunch, I had the opportunity today to meet.
So I'm not new to this kind of events. I think that this year, thanks to the WIF, it's also more and more efficient.
Networking lunch and UNCTAD Investment Promotion Awards 2010 was held at noon on September 8th and chaired by Mr. James John, Director of Division on Investment and Enterprise, UNCTAD. Dr. Supachai Panajpakdi, UNCTAD Secretary General, Mr. Wang Chao, Vice Minister of Commerce of China, and Ms. Patricia Francis, Executive Director of International Trade Center, presented award plaques for active exploration and contributions to green investment to winners, including Invest Hong Kong, Shenzhen Bureau of Science, Technology, Industry and Trade, Mauritius Bureau of Investment Promotion, and Copenhagen Bureau of Investment Promotion. Investment showcases were held on September 9th, with investment climate presentations made to investors by ministers of Cambodia, Jordan, Laos, Namibia, Vietnam, and Zambia. At that time, UNCTAD also launched the Haiti Economic Relief Initiative, during which high-level delegations from Haiti and the Dominican Republic presented in a series of bilateral meetings a joint initiative for the attraction of FDI to their island to create jobs and assist in the economic construction of Haiti. The conjunction of WIF 2010 with CIFIT, the world's largest investment event, was a perfect marriage of opportunity, bringing out the best in both. The 14th CIFIT's over 60,000 square meters of exhibitions attracted governments, enterprises, and investment promotion institutions from 68 countries and regions around the world. The dozens of investment matchmaking sessions showcased several thousand investment projects from over 30 countries. Over 20 countries organized investment briefings, giving attendees a rare opportunity to acquaint themselves with those nations' investment environments. The WIF 2010's distinguished guests from around the world were invited to the opening ceremony of the 14th CIFIT to visit the exhibitions and to take part in related activities. On the evening of September 8th, the guests attended a huge firework gala entitled "We Are the World" at the beautiful Yuandang Lake. The breathtaking fireworks and beautiful music helped guests appreciate the deep spirituality of the Chinese people and culture, and their traditional emphasis of diligence, upright character, bravery, and intelligence, traits needed especially today as the world faces unprecedented challenges and opportunities. An ancient Chinese proverb says, "All nations under heaven are one family." At UNCTAD World Investment Forum 2010, that family gathered together with one purpose, and like the beautiful fireworks that illumined the sky, people the world over left WIF 2010 with a bright vision and renewed hope.